My name is Dad, and this is Charlie. And we're back to talk about, well, specifically about Charlie and how she was sick and how we kind of got over it, and some of the different remedies that we tried out. I thought it would be a good opportunity to give some recommendations to what to do, because odds are your baby will get sick. And granted that she's under 3 months, so things get a little bit more concerning when you're in that window. But here's a few things that we tried out. So Charlie is 2.5 months old, almost. And she went and got her vaccinations done when she was 2 months. And right away when she got her vaccinations, she had a fever, and that's something that normally will happen anyway. But the fever was unfortunately accompanied by some congestion. So we had a whole bunch of different tools that we tried to clear up her congestion and try to get her to be happy again, because when she was congested, then she can't breathe out of her nose. If she can't breathe out of her nose, then she's not sleeping very well and she's not feeding very well. But fortunately, those things were remedied by the following things. So first off, I thought I'd talk about the nose Frida. So this is a little bit of a ridiculous thing, and I made a lot of fun of it before we actually tried using it, but it's really exceptional. The idea is that it's got a little filter in there, and you're literally putting this end in your mouth and this end up her nose, well, not up her nose, but at the front of her nose, and you're sucking the boogers out of her nose. And they get caught in here, and there's a little filter in there too, just in case, so that you don't actually consume any of it. And I swear, it actually works. She doesn't like it, but at the same time, she doesn't like having all those boogers in there, and she's too young to figure out how to blow her nose, so it actually works pretty well. One of the other things that we used is these Salinex nasal drops. And these things were pretty good, and there's actually, they're interchangeable with a little known fact, but you can actually use breast milk. So if you get your significant other to express some breast milk, and then you take a little dropper and you suck some of it in, tilt your head back, boop boop, up the nose, and it actually helps clean up that area and helps take away some of that congestion. So that worked like a charm as well. For her fever specifically, we took children's Tylenol, and that was important because we needed to make sure that the fever broke. Our thermostat, or thermometer I mean, is the one that pops in the ear, and I've left that somewhere else, so maybe we'll do that another time. But nonetheless, that takes your temperature. You can also use the old school thermometers, put it under her armpit, or if you want to, but she won't like it. Then at the same time, we tried some other pieces too. So we also got this. This is it's called Baby's Own Chest Rub Substance by a company called The Matter Company, and it looks like a little deodorant stick. But you take this and you just put right on her chest, and it's like a vapor rub, like a Vicks vapor rub for babies, and it actually helps her breathe too. At a certain point, Becca was using some peppermint oil, and we used a humidifier in the room as well to try to help clear the air and get her to breathe a little bit easier. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. One of the best things that actually worked was putting her in and out of the shower. Not in the shower, but we turn the shower on, get a nice steam going in there, and then bring her in and out of that room to sort of help with just all the steam buildup, sort of like going to a sauna or going to a schwitz. This is the little eyedropper that we used to use some of the expressed milk, and then just down her schnoz. So those are the few things that we ended up working on, and for what it's worth, oh, she's got the hiccups. What it's worth, it took a few weeks. It did take like a full 10 to 14 days, which is what they say it will take. The bottom line when that was happening, because we got a little bit freaked out, we had gone to the doctor's office for the vaccination. The next day she had the fever, which we expected, but then she was congested, and she also had some issues with some blood in her stool and stuff like that. So right away we made another appointment to go check with a doctor. In the meantime, we still got concerned enough that we went to a walk-in clinic. One of the rules of thumb that they tell you there is that if your baby's feeding, if your baby's peeing, and all that is normal, then odds are everything's going to be okay. Don't take that to mean that you shouldn't go get them checked out if you're concerned. I mean, by all means do that, and your doctor only knows best. But think about a few of those things as being a bit of reassurance that if your baby's got a fever, if your baby's uncomfortable, congested, coughing, sneezing, whatever it may be, if they're eating, if they're peeing, if they're pooing, those are all great signs. It means that their system is still flowing these things through. The second that they end up being lethargic or any of those things, that's when the real big concerns come up. But the bottom line, eating, peeing equals healthy. So that's my little tidbit of advice when it comes to dealing with an unhealthy yet happy baby. Charlie's doing great though. She's 2.5 months in. She's growing stronger by the day. You can see her neck is nice and strong. She can hold herself up pretty well. She likes to bop around a little bit. She had a really fun day today. We went on a super long walk, and we went and stopped by Bubby's house, and we took Party for a walk too. And here's little Party back here. He's sleeping. But yeah, things are going great. So I think in the next couple weeks, hopefully I'll do another one. But in the meantime, enjoy your Thanksgiving, and we'll see you soon.